What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because for this video, we're going to take a look at one of my favorite movies, and that would be The Last Samurai. So The Last Samurai debuted back in 2003, and the story follows Nathan Algren, played by Tom Cruise, who is a US Army captain who has become a bit of an alcoholic and suffers from PTSD from all the stuff that he saw and did during the American Indian War. During this time, Japan is slowly becoming more modern as its economy is pulling in international products such as clothes from England, cars from Germany, and weapons from America. And as it turns out, several Japanese ambassadors hired Nathan as a military advisor to see if the new Japanese soldiers are well trained with their new American guns. However, during Nathan's trip to Japan, Katsumoto, who's played by the legendary Ken Watanabe, is leading a small army of samurai to launch coordinated attacks at several railroad tracks. And after about a month of training, Nathan's superiors are like, alright, let's go get him. You only had some training, but you got some guns, which means you have a better chance of winning. And once Nathan's forces encounter the samurai, it becomes a disaster where he watches several of his soldiers get cut up by the samurai and is later captured by Katsumoto, who sees this as a perfect opportunity for him to study his enemy. However, for Nathan, he sees this as pointless when he is forced to live in Katsumoto's village until the snow melts in spring, which means he's going to be there for a few months. But throughout the movie, you see this character slowly integrate himself into the samurai culture to where he sees that these men are much more disciplined and much more honorable to the men he once knew in America. And it comes to a point to where he realizes that this way of life will surely come to an end once Japan becomes a more modern country like America. Alright, with that being said, it's time to state the obvious fact. Yes, this does sound like the plot to Dancing with Wolves, and yes, this does seem similar to Avatar. Honestly, the plot is a bit predictable because we've seen this kind of story been told over and over and over again. We have an outsider captured by natives who later on embraces the native culture before he turns against his own people in order to protect the natives that he's grown to love and their way of life. I mean, when you watch movies like The Last Samurai, Dancing with Wolves, or Avatar, you can see how the plot gets a bit repetitive. But if I'm going to be honest, I see this as a different take on a story that's been told many times and is meant to give you a different experience. If you're into westerns, you'll probably like Dancing with Wolves more. If you're into sci-fi, then you'll probably enjoy Avatar. Or if you're into samurai, chances are you're going to like this movie. And for me personally, if I had to rank those three movies, it would probably be The Last Samurai, Avatar, and then Dancing with Wolves. Also, one of the other things I really liked about this movie is the overall soundtrack, which is scored by the legendary Hans Zimmer. Honestly, I've never heard a soundtrack so peaceful and so elegant that even just by listening to it, it just takes me to Japan to where I can just imagine the cherry blossoms blooming in spring. God, I want to go to Japan. But yeah, I really love The Last Samurai, despite some of the criticism it may get for repeating the same plot that everyone's already seen. However, I see this as a different take on a movie that has been told so many times and is actually meant to give you a different experience so that this movie can stand out from movies like Avatar and Dancing with Wolves. So if you're into swords, samurai, and don't mind learning a bit of Japanese history and culture, chances are you're probably gonna like this movie. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for The Last Samurai. If you like what you saw, click on the subscribe button so you can always update from this channel. I'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye bye.